Hello, I'm DelusionDispeller. I'm going to share some closing thoughts on this thing about narcissists. A few more things about them. Okay. You might think sometimes that as long as you're good, the bad person will get what's coming to them. What I've noticed with narcissists is their narcissism goes on and on and on and on. And sometimes they hurt many, many people and never get caught doing it. The reason for this is because narcissists tend to have what I call their goonies. They have enough supporters that will back them, defend them, give them an alibi, whatever you want to call it, that nobody ever really holds them accountable, or few people do anyway. And therefore they don't get what's coming to them. As much as you would like them to suffer, as much as you would like them to feel even a fraction of what they've done to you back on themselves, it usually doesn't happen. So if that's what you're waiting for, if that's why you're hanging around, is to get your just revenge on them, or to see them recompensed for the error of their ways, not likely to happen. I waited and waited and waited in one situation with a narcissist. I hung in there as long as I could, years actually, and nothing ever changed, and they were never confronted, and no matter how many people I told, nobody would go up against this person. Nobody would challenge them. And even the ones that did try to challenge them, it didn't do any good. So they just move on and pick up a new supply source and continue doing what they do. Prime example of this. Now this was a psychopath rather than a narcissist, but still a toxic person. There was a doctor that was killing patients. And I forget how he was doing it. He was either poisoning them somehow, or, I don't know, doing something, messing up their charts, then messing up during surgery, and all these people were dying. And everybody would just let this guy keep practicing. He would just move from state to state, killing more people. And for some reason, they never connected it to him till it was too late. And how he even got into the hospital without being a real doctor, I have no idea. Or maybe he was a real doctor and he was just psychotic. I don't know. Point is, he was killing people. And the reason why nobody ever did anything about it, well, number one, they weren't sure that it was really him or that he was really doing it, and you don't like making false accusations. But number two, he had enough people that thought he was the best doctor in the world that they wouldn't go against him. So he had his goonies, as I said. They always have their little followers that'll support them and back them up. It's kind of like in a gang. You have your head honcho, and then he's got his underlings that go back and report all the bad stuff people are doing so that he can go and, arrange for them to be taken care of, so to speak. Same thing with a narcissist. In fact, if you're in a narcissistic family, what you'll see a lot of times, the dynamic is that certain of the brothers and sisters are told by the narcissistic parent, if your brother or sister does something wrong, you come back and tell me, and then they'll be punished for it. So they set it up where there's this system that they have their little third-party counterparts that go and do their dirty work for them. Another way you see this is, if you've ever seen the Snow Queen, in one of the Christmas specials, I can't remember, maybe it was called the Snow Queen. She had her one little sidekick, I think it was a hunchback or something like that, and this little minion, is what I call them, did her bidding, and she never had to get her hands dirty or harm anybody because this minion would do it for her. A lot of times they use a lot of interrogation and intimidation. Point is, yeah, the narcissist normally does not get what's coming to him. One day he probably will, in the seat of judgment, if you believe in God and judgment, things like that. But on this planet, there's enough supporters that they usually don't get caught, or if they do get caught, people don't believe what is being said against them. You are always played out to be the guy or the gal that was the reason why they were angry, the reason why they were mean, the reason why they did whatever they did. Unless enough people are willing to step and expose the person, doesn't usually happen, and it's very rare, even in a court of law, that a narcissist will be held accountable for what he did. So stay tuned. I think I got one more video to do, and then we're going to move on to a different topic. God bless.